Welcome to East Tennessee Pinball. Today I'm going to finish up putting the LEDs on this Mars Trek. This game is from Sonic. It's a Spanish import. This game was actually imported originally in 1977. I got the paperwork down there. It's a beautiful game. Here, let me turn around and let me show you. So most of these Spanish-made games, the playfields, I don't know how they made them, but the playfields are awesome. I mean, they're every single one I've seen them are just almost perfect. Uh, so I really tricked this thing out with the LEDs. I know that it's not for everybody, but it's for somebody, and I know that somebody, and this is exactly the way he wants it. Honestly, I love it too. I've got a couple of games that I've done like this. So what I've done here, these are matrix lights. Uh, they're sold by Comet. So these little things here, they go underneath the posts, and then there's a wiring system. These little lights here, they go into the original socket. So you get, you don't have to give up a light there, and then there's a little lead that goes off and you can plug it in, and there's splitters so you can put several on there. So anyway, I have done most of this game already. I've got a couple sections left. I got to do this section here. So there's 2, 3, 4, 5 posts up there, and then there's this section here where there's 1, 2, 3, 4. Do you really need one lit one there? Not necessarily, but you know, if you're gonna do them all, let's just do them all. So I'm gonna put y'all on the stand and we'll get to it. So as a general rule, you probably should turn off the power of the game before you do this, but I'm going to leave it on, not do anything under the playfield, and it'll make it a little more fun watching the video. So I'm going to start with plugging in this light here. These things are a little bit of pain to get in because you don't have much to grab onto there, so you got to jam them in there and twist them there. And when you know it, the socket is not... I should have cleaned it. Hold on. Got these little abrasive sticks to clean the sockets out. Clean both of them here real quick. See if that helps our situation here. Much better. All right, so we got that in. Next thing is we're going to put in a splitter. In Comet, they sell 3 ways and 2 ways. So I'm going to put in a 3-way splitter, and these are directional. They only go one way, but there's only one way you can put them on, so that works out pretty well. And I need to look at the plastic to see which way that whether or not I need a regular screw or one that's got a head on top of it. So the 3 corners have the head coming up to the top. Here's one right here. Take one of these. That one's done. And now we're just going to keep repeating this process. So I got it all done. I'm gonna have to enlarge this hole just a little bit. Plastic won't quite fit on there. But just to kind of review what I've done, I've got basically 2 3-way splitters on here, and got them all lit up. I've got, this is the one that the power is drawing from, and I just got another regular 44 LED right there. And if you're going to do this, you might consider putting the clear rubbers on there, because they really pick up the glow and the iridescence of whatever color lighted post you've got underneath it. So they kind of like look like they're glowing blue, which is kind of cool if you're into that kind of thing. And if you're not, you know, if you like the incandescence, definitely put the incandescence on there. But the other thing to do is kind of think about how you're going to manage all the wires. You are going to end up with a lot of little extra wires under here, and depending on where they're at, they may be more or less visible. Like these over here, I've got them all tucked up in the very back. Oh, this one I've also got an LED strip that's lined up there, and that's basically using the same connector system, because this area was just really dark. There's only one regular light socket in that whole area, and I just wanted to cast a little light out on the playfield. So when I was doing this section, I also put a little LED strip up there to just kind of help light the playfield. But so, you know, I bundled them up and tried to keep them away from the front so they're not quite as visible. But you are probably going to be able to see them, so if that's a real problem for you, maybe don't do this. Or, you know, you could, the other way to do this is you could solder all these wires from underneath the playfield and run them up, so you'd have less wires on the top. That's kind of a messier solution, I would say. It's also a little more permanent. You know, whatever you think about this, it's all plug and play. I mean, next time you strip the playfield, you change the lights. This is all, I haven't touched a soldering iron. So whether you like it or not, this is just different bulbs. You know, if somebody comes along later doesn't like these, they come out real easy. So anyway, on this one here, there's no socket to pull power from. So this one, I'm going to have to solder on from underneath. Actually, Comet, they give you these little packets here that come with a set of alligator clips for those that are not inclined to solder. So you can just find a 6-volt source underneath the playfield and hook it onto there. The other thing that's kind of cool, I've done this on a few games, if you've got a certain light, like say a light like this, and you want to light it with some different systems, you know, you can always tap onto the controlled lighting, especially on these EMs, is pretty easy to do. So anyway, that's all I'm going to show you here. You dogs, quit growling. Yeah, they don't like the people in the parking lot. Oh, I know it. So I hope you liked the video. If you did, click like and subscribe. We'll see you soon.